Calvary, Skull Hill, is the highest point of Mount Moria. What happened at Mount Moria? God said to Abraham, take Isaac your son and sacrifice him to me at Moriah. So it could have been here. So this was known as the ancient execution ground. It's also where people were stoned to death. I think this is where Stephen met his end as well. Because when the Jews stoned someone to death, they tied their hands behind their back, they led them to a high place, and they threw them off. We get that idea in Luke chapter 4, where Jesus is in Nazareth. Today, this scroll has been fulfilled in your hearing, the prophecy, and they led him out to the high place. They were going to throw him off and stone him. They never did. So I think it's a very significant area, and you can make too much or too little of it. It's interesting that the early Christians never did guided tours to the site of the crucifixion and the tomb, because they had a risen Saviour, not a dead Lord. So there you go. The interesting bit going back to this here is that you've got some words from the book of Deuteronomy on there. Teach a child in the way they go. When they're old, they won't depart from it. So you teach them the law of God when they're on their beds, when you're around the meal table and all the rest of it. Now I've got one thing to show you now of an adult nature. You may be offended by it, but it really is relevant to the New Testament. If you don't want to see it, stay here and I will pick you up on the way back. But I find virtually everybody follows me when I say that, so here we go.